Dude, one time I went to this rad rock and roll concert at my school. There was this band of old guys there, probably at least high school age, and they jammed for about 10 minutes or an hour or so, and I was like, yeah, you guys rock! And then one of the dudes broke a string on this crazy bend. Wah! But the dude kept on playing. It was awesome. I wanna rock, rock. Da 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 da. I wanna rock. My name's Achmed Khan. Sorry, I can't hear you. I just got this rad tape, Little Bo Peep, and the Metal Sheeps. We will rock you silly. It rocks. I've got extra batteries for my tape deck, so I can keep the tunes cranking all day and all night. Yay, rock it. Rock and roll, dude. I'm getting a guitar for my birthday so I can start a band. Do you know how to play drums? My cousin Iqbal can play the harmonium real good. He rocks, dude. This one time, Ahmed was listening to a tape and he said I could listen to it when he was done, so I did, and ever since then I've been totally into rock and roll because it rules, and Ahmed says that it's pretty cool and all that. Iqbal likes it too, but my dad and mom don't like it because they like Qawwali music better, which is okay and all that because the harmonium solos and tabla solos are pretty rockin', but they're not electric or anything, and they're not loud or anything. My name's Amir Khan, and I'm cool like my brother Ahmed. I like rock and roll a lot because it's cool, man. It's even better than country western music. My cousin Iqbal can play the harmonium real good. Did Ahmed tell you? Well, yeah, it's true. He's going to be in our band. We need a name for us, though. Can you think of anything? I like Ahmed and the Raging Cool Dudes. What do you think of that? Cool, huh? Ahmed's my brother. We're going to start a band when we get older. I'm going to play the bass guitar. Dum 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 dum. My family's name is Khan because my grandfather is from Lahore, which is in Pakistan, you know. He doesn't speak English so good because he speaks Punjabi instead, which is a language too, but it's different than English and sounds different and all that. Plus, you write it differently. I'll bet you didn't know that, did you?
I'm in the 3rd grade, but I tested into the 5th grade, but my pop, he wouldn't let me move up because he didn't want me to make my brother Tony feel like a knucklehead. He says, Angela, sugar, you're a good kid. What you need to go making your brother Tony feel like a knucklehead? And then I says, hey, Pop, don't sweat it, you know. And he says, here, have a milkshake. And I says, thanks, Pop, because I really like milkshakes, you see. Okay, I'm done talking now. My brother's name is Tony, and he thinks he's a big man, but he ain't all that, you know. He's older than me, but he's not nearly as mature as I am. I am a young lady, you know. Okay, my name's Angela, and I'm 8 years old. I like sports and school because I'm good at them. When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut or a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher. Being a teacher would be way neat because then I could boss around kids and stuff and maybe let the kids have recess early and go out and play with them. But then I could have summers off and not have to work all the time like my old man. He makes milkshakes, you know, which would be an okay job too because milkshakes are good. You know, I'm probably the best athlete here, but I don't like to brag or anything because I don't want the other kids to feel bad and feel like knuckleheads or something. Some kids just have natural talents, and some kids just don't. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm a natural, for sure. The name's Angela Delvecchio, and I'm probably the best at baseball, you know, for sure. Not that I think I'm all that, but you'll see, I am good. I really like camping. My mom and dad take me at least 2 or 3 or 8 times every summer. I like to hike around and look at the animals. I think when I grow up, I'm going to be a park ranger or maybe a biologist. I'm not sure what biologists do, but I bet it's something neat. Did you know that squirrels bury food so that they can have something to eat in the winter? Well, I do. I read that somewhere. I bet Dante has some food buried around too. He's like a funny squirrel. I think I'm going to call him Squirrel from now on. That would be funny, huh? Hi, my name is Annie Frazier, and I like hiking and camping and animals and the great outdoors. My mom and dad went to Woodstock when they were young, and they don't stop talking about it. I don't see what the big deal is. One time, I went to a rainbow gathering. It was okay, because I like grilled cheese sandwiches. One time, my dad let me plant a garden. I planted carrots and potatoes because they're my favorite vegetables. And then I had to water them and pull weeds and everything. And then, when they're all done growing, we cook them up for supper, and they tasted really good. They were organic and everything. I like to go to the zoo. My favorite place is the monkey area because those monkeys are so crazy. They make me laugh so hard my side hurts. But I don't really like the reptile house because it's so dark and filled with creepy crawlies. I'm scared something's going to bust out of its cage and get me. No, not really. I'm just kidding. Sydney's backhand is really good, but I've got the best forehand. I always thought Sidney got all the brains and I got all the looks. But don't tell her I said that. She's also not as good at baseball as I am. But she's a great sister, and I love her to pieces. Daddy says she's the yin to my yang. Whatever. Our dad tells us to be careful when we play baseball because he doesn't want us to mess up our serve. He says he has too much invested in our tennis. So we have to be very careful every time we go out and play. If you see him coming, holler so we can pretend like we're just watching. We have an older sister who plays tennis, too, and she's really good. She'll probably get a scholarship or something, maybe even turn pro. I don't want to play tennis forever, though. I want to be an artist when I grow up. Don't tell Daddy, though. Sidney and I are state champions in under-9 girls doubles tennis. We don't like to brag about it, but our daddy says that we should take pride in his and our accomplishments. He has a little room where he keeps all our ribbons and trophies. He says we're going to be the next Monica Seles. And if he plays his cards right, he says he can avoid being like the father of Steffi Graf. We don't know what he means by that.
Como te levez? My name's Billie Jean. My daddy says I'm too young to wear makeup, but I can wear lip gloss. I have 20 different types. Right now, I'm wearing Secret Sassy Strawberry Ultra Gloss for young ladies. I normally don't like to play sports because the sweat ruins my complexion. Mama says I got skin smoother than a pig's underbelly and that I should take care of it better. But I do my beauty exercises every morning and at night before I go to bed. Gotta clean my pores, you know. How y'all are? Bonjour. My name's Billie Jean. Billie Jean Blackwood. I'm gonna be a model when I grow up and live in Paris. I don't like playing in the dirt because it ruins my hair. All fashion models have beautiful hair and I gotta do what's right and if I hope to move to Paris someday. This is my natural hair color, you know. Every night I brush my hair 100 strokes and practice my diction. Maybe I can be an actress someday. Or a manicurist. My mama says my looks are gonna be my ticket out of this neighborhood.
When I pitch, I throw all fastballs. It gets the game over with faster, so I can go home and eat. One time, I ate a whole turkey. Bet you didn't know that. My name is Dante, but the kids call me Stretch. I guess that's supposed to be a joke. My mama says I got a bottomless stomach and a hollow leg. Now, I don't know much about anatomy because I'm just a kid, but that doesn't sound right. But whenever I ask my doctor about it, she just laughs. So do me a favor. The next time you go to your doctor, ask if it's possible for a kid to have a bottomless stomach or a hollow leg. 'Cause I got a feeling I'm the victim of some kind of conspiracy or something. My mama says good things come in little packages. I think she says it 'cause I'm so short. But you can keep growing up until you're 21 or something like that. But I like being short. It's harder for pitchers to throw strikes against me because my strike zone's so low. Oh yeah, I got this great shirt that says, "Up with short people." Get it? That's pretty good, huh?
My baseball card collection is the most extensive in the area, and I have every single one of them committed to memory using a simple mnemonic system. For instance, Wade Boggs batted .332 in 1991. 332 rhymes with free dirty glue, which makes me think of the paste at school, which I eat, but I eat French fries too, thus I remember French fries. Now, 91 rhymes with find the sun, which reminds me of a solar eclipse, which you can't look at or it will make you blind. Therefore, to remember Wade Boggs' batting average, I just need to remember blind French fries. My name is Dmitri Petrovich, and I like physics, chemistry, slot cars, baseball cards, and biscuits and gravy. Perhaps if the programmers of this game spent a bit more time developing the artificial intelligence and less time developing witty banter for me and the other children, you would be rewarded with a much richer gaming experience. According to my calculations, given my last season's batting average of .258, and after analyzing a 10-year study of the relationship between age and average, I should improve to .324 this season, allowing for chaos theory and the inherent uncertainty of a small sampling rate. I've brought along my calculator to today's game in case you need me to find the angle at which to hit the ball for maximum trajectory. By the way, according to my research in the area, the angle is around 30 degrees, which takes into account spin and the turbulence generated by the laces on the ball. Last weekend, I developed a relational database on my computer for filing all of my baseball card statistics. This allows me to perform a bit more analysis of the data, such as finding cumulative beta probability densities and calculating the kurtosis of a specific data set. At the moment, I am working on determining the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient for the Mariners catchers for the past 3 years as compared to the rest of the league. I'll let you know my results.
My mom says one of these days I'm going to stop growing, though I don't know. I heard this good joke the other day about this, what the invisible man's girlfriend was saying about not seeing him. Oh, no, wait, you see, he was heartbroken because his girlfriend couldn't see him anymore and all that. Yeah, that was it. Should I tell it again? Okay, here's a good one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Who? What are you, an owl? That one gets me every time. An owl! Get it? Hi, I'm Ernie. Sometimes I like to jump up and touch the ceiling of my living room. I could do that, you know. I don't run too fast because my legs are so big, but I do everything else pretty well. My granny says I should be a stand-up comedian when I get older because I'm so funny, and I can do impersonations too. Listen to this. Well, howdy, Pilgrim. Yeah, that's right, Clint Eastwood. Pretty good, huh? I talk really fast and stuff because I have a lot to say, and even though you can never hear words, but that's okay. And I eat sugar and it's higher, but you can understand everything. And I say, you'll find us because of anything at all. So, there. Some of my kids like to call me Jabberjaw because I talk a lot. My mom says I'm just trying so hard to, and I express myself, the candy and the sugar, and it's crazy. And what do you think? My name's Gretchen. Oh yeah, Gretchen Hasselhoff. My mom named me Gretchen after her great grandmother named Gretchen Uberhausen with the sauerkraut and sausages and kids don't like sauerkraut. That's funny that way. This one time I was playing with my dolls and my dog Shizzle came running in and messed up all my stuff and I was crying like crazy and Shizzle broke my Betty Whitty pants because he was all over and it was just a water from the cheese party. You know?
My favorite color is blue, and my favorite animal is the duck-billed platypus because they're so cute. I wish I could have one as a pet, but I do have a pet bird, a cockatiel named Claude. He's really mean and tries to bite me when I stick my hand in his cage, even if I'm trying to feed him. Pretty weird, huh? The kids call me MVP because they think I'm the most valuable player. I guess I'm okay, you know. I just like to play, that's all. My name's Jocinda Smith, and I'm in the 3rd grade. My favorite class is art. I like drawing things, don't you? I got at least 30 coloring books at home, and I've colored almost every single picture. I'm the only girl in my family. I've got 4 brothers, and they all love sports, so I grew up around baseball and basketball, so I know the rules pretty good. Sometimes I like to play the umpire, too. Maybe someday I can be an umpire. That would be fun. My older brother is a starting pitcher for his middle school team, and maybe he'll come by later and show you guys how to pitch because he's really good. I wish he'd show me how to pitch a little better because I'm not that good at it. I'd rather play in the field.
My father buys me anything I want, you know, and if he won't, I ask my grandfather. He's got a lot of money, too. I always get what I want. These other little kids don't know how lucky they are to be playing baseball with me. Normally, I do not like to fraternize with other children as I have little patience for their antics. Perhaps, though, I can be an inspiration for these little children, a role model, as it were. My name is Jorge Garcia, and I like to read books about economics and the stock market. If you want a bit of sound financial advice, let me just tell you this. Buy low and sell high. That's what I always do, you know. And I've done quite well for a 9-year-old. My eyes are not so good, and so I have to wear glasses all the time. But don't you go calling me Four Eyes or else. I am used to winning, of course. I always win at whatever I do. Next time I come, maybe I'll bring some of my trophies and ribbons so you can see. I don't like to sweat, and I don't like to get dirty. My nanny, she always wants me to change into play clothes, but I don't really like to play. Sometimes I get worried that I might catch some disease from all these dirty kids.
One time I ran over our dog's tail and he hollered, and my sister Vicki thought she did it, but she blamed me for doing it, and I got in trouble. So I made her feel really bad for the whole day, and that night she gave me her dessert, which was cheesecake. So it worked out pretty good for me, 'cause I really like cheesecake. Oh yeah, it would be best if this was our little secret, okay? Don't tell. I have a kid sister named Vicki. You might have seen her around. She's okay as far as sisters go. But she's into ballet and dolls and pink stuff. Not me, though. I like computers and dogs and guy stuff. Someday, when I grow up, I'm going to enter a race in my wheelchair and maybe even become a professional racer. Because I can go pretty fast now, and I'm just a kid. Or maybe I'll be a ninja. I used to have one of those motorized wheelchairs, but I don't use it too much because I like pushing myself around so my muscles can be huge. My name's Kimmy Kawaguchi, and my legs don't work, but I can get around pretty well in this wheelchair, and I can play sports really well. A lot of kids feel bad for me because I'm in a wheelchair, but I don't think they should because I'm just like any other kid, you know? It's just that I can't run or walk or anything, but I can still go anywhere and do anything just as good as anyone else. You'll see.
I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Hey, you got some updock in your hair. Kiesha's my name, baseball's my game. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. What are you eating under there? What's shaking, bacon? My name's Kiesha Phillips. Hi, everybody. Don't have a cow, man. Hi, my name's Kiesha Phillips. You might recognize me as Luke Perry from the hit TV series Beverly Hills 90210.
Mom says I should lay out the candy because it makes me hyper. I like baseball more than vegetables, but hey, who doesn't? Carrots are okay, though. And I kind of like Brussels sprouts, but onions give me the wind something fierce. My name's Kimmy Eckman. Got a candy bar? I'm hungry. Listen here, champ. My full name is Kimberly Ray Eckman, but everyone calls me Kimmy. My grandpa calls me Little Stinker, which is totally embarrassing, and I'd just die if anyone ever found out about that. So don't go tellin'. You're not gonna, are you? 'Cause I'll get ya if you do. One time for Christmas, my grandma gave me this little pony doll with a cowgirl and stuff, like I'm supposed to like that kind of stuff. So I took it outside and used it as a pitching target. So that's why I can pitch so good, because I just picture the catcher's mitt as that little pony doll, you know?
Leave me alone. Hello again. Again, you want me to say something? What now? I don't know what to say. What do you want to know? Why are you asking? Kids call me Mad Dog. Whatever. Huh? Hello, my name is Lisa Crocket. That is all. What do you want? Hello already. All this talking is wearing me out. Whatever. What? Yes. Huh?
My name is Luanne Lui, and I'm 4 years old. This is my best friend Teddy, and he's only 2 years old. You can call me Lulu, and you can call Teddy Teddy, but not Ted, 'cause he doesn't like to be called Ted, do you? You funny little honey bunny. Oh, I love you. Teddy doesn't talk very much 'cause he doesn't have much to say. He's the strong, silent type. That's what my mommy says anyways. He doesn't like to be left at home, so I take him everywhere with me. He's my friend. And you're my friend too, okay? I asked Teddy, and he says you're very nice. And we both like you lots and lots, don't we, Teddy? Little squeezums. I love Teddy. And Teddy loves me, and Teddy loves ice cream, and cake, and tea with little biscuits with icing shaped like little happy faces. They're yummy. I like cats and unicorns, and I like my birthday because I get cake and presents too. You can buy me a present, if you like. Mi madre says I cannot get dirty because this dress is her favorite. I like it because it is pink. I like pink. Don't you? My father, he played baseball when he was a young boy. But my mother, she doesn't like me to play because she thinks I'll hurt myself. But I'm tough like anything, you know? Oh, you should come over and see my room. I have all my pony dolls arranged on shelves, you know. And I've got this wallpaper that has unicorns on it. And I have 3 or 7 or something stuffed animals on my bed. And I got a big closet filled with lots of pretty dresses. Hola. My name is Maria Luna and I'm 7 years old. I have a cat named LaRue and I collect pony dolls. I have 53 of them. One of them I found over by Kimmy's house and it was very beat up, but I made a little dress for it and now it looks very pretty. I think someday I'm gonna save my money to buy me a pony of my very own and it can stay in my bedroom. My madre says that we don't have room for a pony in our apartment. But I got my own room, so I don't see what the problem is. I would feed it and walk it myself. So I'm going to save my money. I'm thinking of calling him Chester. Chester Luna the pony. Sounds good, no?
I got me a frog in my pocket. What I'm gonna give to my sweetie Billie Jean. Me and her are sweet on each other. And I figure when we get to be of married age, I'm gonna ask her pa for her hand. Hey, knock knock. Boy, howdy, it's hotter than a possum on the sun. Me and my cousin Boomer, we was hunting crawdads the other day and one jumped up and bit me. So I done bit him right back and says, "Don't you be sassing me, Mr. Crawdaddy," and took it home to Ma, who done boil it with some hot sauce and red beans. That there's good eatin'. Boy, howdy. My name's Marky DuBois, but you can call me Cootie, 'cause the gals say I got 'em. Her. These here's my new overalls what Mama give me. I got lots of pockets for putting my tools in, and this one pocket here is full up with night crawlers for fishing, 'cause later after the game, I'm gonna go down to the river and catch me a big mess of catfish. I'll bring 'em home, and my ma cleans 'em right nicely for me and fries 'em up in a little cornmeal batter. Dang, they're good eatin'. Boy, howdy.
I like playing in the outfield because I don't have to pay attention as much. The kids call me Nugget, but my real name's Michael Rhett Thomas. Let's be friends, okay? My grandma calls me her little Joy Bell, but don't tell anyone because they'll give me the business. My big sister always calls me a snot-nosed little brat and all, but my mom says that I can't help it because I've got allergies and all. She took me to an allergy doctor one time and they stuck me with all these needles to see what I was allergic to, but I didn't cry or anything. But it hurt though, and I guess I'm allergic to most everything around because where they stuck me turned all red and swollen and stuff. I just thought you might like to know that. I've got a cold, but I feel okay. Know what? I've got a bike. It's at home. You can ride it if you want someday. I'll ask my mom if you can come over.
Me gusta el béisbol más que las tareas de la escuela. Vamos a jugar. Soy Pablo. ¿Quieres jugar? Okay, don't tell the other kids, but I speak English. I learned Spanish in school.
I can break a pencil with my bare hands. Want me to show you? One time I was at school, and I was going to class, and I was going through a door, but I forgot to open it, so I smashed right into it and broke it with my head. I don't know why I did that. I'm funny that way. The kids like to make fun of me, but I don't mind. When someone does bad, they say, "You Papa Wheelie," and someone told me that was supposed to be making fun of me. I don't get it, though. My name's not Papa Wheelie, it's Pete Wheeler, and they say I'm the dumb one. I like taking things apart and then putting them back together again. Sometimes I fix things what are broken. Sometimes I break things what are fixed. I really like working with my hands. I like lifting weights and working on my bike. I want to buy a car soon, but I can't drive until I'm 16. I drove a tractor one time, though. Are you talking to me? Huh? My name's Pete Wheeler. My dad says I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I can run real good.
My mom told me that I was lactose intolerant, but I think she just doesn't want me to eat too much ice cream. Cheese is okay, thank goodness, because I like cheese. I'm allergic to grass, and my mom won't let me play outside when someone is mowing the lawn. Sometimes, when the pollen count gets high, I have an allergic reaction, and my eyes get puffy and red, so I have to take a histamine blocker, which invariably makes me feel drowsy, to the point which I would be impaired were I ever to drive a motor vehicle. But not to worry, I'm only 8 and don't have a driver's license. My name is Reese Worthington, and I could take college courses because I'm smarter than all the kids my age. I tested into the 99th percentile. I think I could be a doctor, like Doogie Howser someday. Young child prodigy. That's me. But really, I'm just like any other normal kid. I just use big words. My name is Reese Worthington. I have asthma, and I can't leave home without my medicine. I remember one year I was placed in the gifted program at school. However, in order to attend, I had to miss half of the lunch recess, which of course we all know is when all the best ball games are played. As if that wasn't bad enough, we spent all our time studying pendulum movement. Needless to say, I quickly asked permission to withdraw from the gifted program because I believe that it's healthier for my psyche to enjoy being a kid, and that's why I'm here today.
Hello. My name is Ricky Johnson. I'd like playing ball. You want me to tell you a little about myself, right? Well, let's see. My name is Richard Alexander Johnson, but the kids call me Fella. I don't know why. Kids can be so cruel, don't you think? Okay, that's enough, isn't it? Are we gonna play ball, or do you want to hear me talk all day? Because I'd rather play ball, if that's all right with you. I'm not sure why you're asking, but I'll tell you what I know. Baseball was not invented by Abner Doubleday, okay? Was that what you wanted to know? Oh, shoot, did I give the wrong answer? Was that the question? What's the question? Oh, wow, I've said too much, haven't I? Me and my big mouth. Okay, what else? Well, I like reading books about volcanoes, and I like avocados with mayonnaise. I collect owl things because. And I have a baby brother who's too young to play. He's only 2 years old. Can I go now? I'd like baseball because it's good exercise for kids, right? Nice day for baseball, I guess, right?
Know what's neat? Yesterday, I went to the grocery store with my mom, and she let me pick out a cereal. It's for me, and Sally can't have any. I got the one with sugar in it because I like sugar because it tastes great. Oh yeah, one time I got to drive a shopping cart. I asked my dad, and he says that he's going to take the training wheels off my bike, and then I'm going to learn to ride wheelies. When I was a kid, I used to cry when I hurt myself, but now I'm a big kid, and big kids don't cry. I'm a big kid now, I'm this many. You know what's neat? One time, I hit the ball at least 200 miles per hour, and this guy tried to catch it, but he missed, and I ran around the bases 2 times and got 2 home runs. Know what's neat? My dad mowed the lawn yesterday. When I grow up, I'm going to mow the lawn every day. I've got my own lawnmower now. My dad got it for me so I could help. It doesn't have a motor or anything, and it's made of plastic, but it works pretty good. It doesn't mow the lawn or anything, but I can push it around, and I can make noises like this. Know what's neat? Oh, nothing.
I'm very mature for my age. If you ever need a babysitter or know of someone who needs one, I think you should ask for me because I'm very responsible and trustworthy. I'm in the Girl Scouts, and I'm a crossing guard at school, and sometimes
I get to be the hall monitor. Believe me, no one sneaks around school when I'm on duty. These are all a bunch of good kids, but I feel as if it's my responsibility to make sure they don't get into any trouble. All their mothers really feel better knowing that I'm here to watch out for them. I'm Sally Dobbs. All the kids call me the boss, because I'm kind of their leader. Don't ask them, though, 'cause they won't admit it. I might not be the oldest kid out here, but I sure act like it. You've got to keep an eye on them. They're so good at getting into trouble. But I love kids. I can't wait to have some of my own. You know, my mom always says that if you eat your vegetables, you'll grow up to be strong and smart. Well, look at me. I eat my vegetables every day. See what I mean? I'm almost old enough to babysit now, you know. I watch my baby brother Ronny all the time.
Ashley's backhand is really good, but I've got the best forehand. We went to the doctor the other day, and he says Ashley and I have 20/20 vision. I guess that means we can see really good. I don't know what the numbers mean, though. Maybe it has something to do with that television show, 20/20. Our dad tells us to be careful when we play baseball because he doesn't want us to mess up our serve. He says he has too much invested in our tennis. So we have to be very careful every time we go out and play. If you see him coming, holler so we can pretend like we're just watching. I always thought Ashley got all the brains and I got all the looks. But don't tell her I said that. She's also not as good at baseball as I am. But she's a great sister, and I love her to pieces. Daddy says she's the yin to my yang. Whatever. We have tennis lessons all year round. During the school year, we get up extra early so we can practice before school. And when school is out, we go and practice some more. Sometimes, though, we get to do fun stuff instead, like ride bikes or play tag.
One time, my dad took me to the AL Championship Series, and a foul ball came right to me, but I didn't have my mitt, so I couldn't make a play at it. But some other guy got the lucky bounce, and when I asked him to give it to me, he wouldn't because he wasn't very nice. But my dad said we should leave him alone and not look for trouble because my dad, he's nice and all that, and he doesn't like me to yell at the umps or anything because it's poor sportsmanship. So most of the kids who come out here to play ball are pretty good, and every one of them, well, almost every one of them knows how to play. Some better than others, of course. But as a GM, I'm sure you're going to be figuring it out on your own. Just take it from me, though. Sometimes the personalities of the players affect how they play together. Take Sidney and Ashley Webber, for instance. They're okay players and all that, but get them in the same lineup, forget it! Game over, and you've got a W. Anyways, if you're a good GM, you'll figure all that stuff out, right? Enough said. I'm thinking by the time I turn 12, I can get on a real good team and make it to the Junior League Championship, where I'll probably get MVP because of my high slugging percentage and my excellent fielding, and by the time I'm 14, I'll get a shoe deal and maybe a spot on the Olympic team. When I grow up, I'm going to be the first woman in the majors and win the World Series for my team by getting a ninth-inning homer off the best closer they can throw at me. And then I'll take over a team as the GM and take them to the World Series and take it in 4. And then I'll get to the Hall of Fame and get my picture next to Ripken. My daddy got me this great outfit because he said I should at least look good when I play, and I'm not quite sure what he means by that, but I do look real sharp in this outfit like a regular major leaguer. One time, I went to a game real early so I could watch the team taking batting practice and maybe score a few balls, so I was hanging out over along the third base line waiting for some right-handed batter to pull one into the stands. But my friend Dorothy, who you haven't met yet because she isn't here because she can't play baseball, but she likes to watch. Although she spends most of her time talking, I can't get a word in edgewise when she's talking. So anyways, she was talking to me, so I wasn't paying attention, and so this right-handed hitter pulls one right towards us. But I'm not looking because I'm looking at Dorothy, and she starts screaming and stuff like, the ball's gonna hit us, so I cover my head. And I swear that ball landed no more than 5 feet away, and Dorothy got it on the first bounce, and boy was I steamed at her for making me miss it. True story. I got a goofy kid sister who follows me around. Her name's Angela. You be nice to her or else. I'm the best ball player in this neighborhood, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I can throw the ball farther than any of these other kids. You'll see. Yo, just the other day, I was riding my bike around minding my own business when this goofus, Pete Wheeler, comes up to me and starts talking to me about helping him work on fixing his dad's car. Well, I don't know working on cars from nothing, but I figure what the hey. This guy might be a few sockets short of a full set, if you know what I mean. But I can maybe give my bike a tune-up with his tools while I'm at it. So, I go with him to his house, and when I get there, turns out his dad don't even own a car or tools. So what did I get out of the deal? A big fat nuttin'. Okay, check this out. That sister of mine, you know, Angela, she's been going around telling everyone that she's some kind of rocket scientist or something. Well, look here, Slick. I don't know rocket scientology from nothing, but that Angela, she ain't all that. Hey, don't get me wrong, she's family and all that, but still I don't like her talking like she's some hotsy-totsy Albert Einstein or anything, you know, Slick. So you take it from Tony. Angela ain't all that. The kids around here call me Vec. I think it's short for Delvecchio. That's my name. Delvecchio, I mean.
One time, I was practicing my pirouette, and I got so dizzy I barfed. But don't tell anyone, okay? But it was really gross and stuff because I just ate a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Promise you won't tell. Oh yeah, one time, I was doing an arabesque, and my dog Whipper ran behind me, and I accidentally stepped on his tail, and he yelped, and my mommy said, "What happened?" And I said, "Kenny ran over his tail, and Kenny got in trouble." But I felt bad, so I gave him some of my dessert that night. But, don't tell my parents, okay? Promise? Oh yeah, it was cheesecake, by the way. I love cheesecake. My name is Vicki Kawaguchi. I'm going to be a ballerina when I grow up. I practice every day. Pirouette, grand plie, tendu. Would you like me to show you? Normally, I wouldn't tell anyone about this, but there was this one time when I was in ballet class, and this boy, Wally Elderberry, came up to me and said, "I like you," and I said, "I think you're okay too," and I punched him in the arm because he's a goofy boy and all that. But it's not that I like him or anything, I just thought you should know. But don't tell, okay? My mommy says I'm her little butterfly, and Daddy calls me his graceful swan. Kenny calls me Pipsqueak. My name is Vicki Kawaguchi. My brother's name is Kenny. He's in a wheelchair. Can I go now?